Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Weekend Review Show. And as you can see, we have a full house this week. Welcome back, Daryl.
We've got Leon. Is over.
We've got Bevan. We've got Lamont. We've got myself.
So they weren't coming back until Tottenham got a point at Anfield.
That's fair. That is fair.
Wait, what a weekend it's been. Has been great for all of us. And it looks like the title's almost over. As you kind of said last week, you said if it was 10 points, then it's over. So there's 1 point less make a difference.
Well, you know,
does it make a difference, Bevan?
It kind of does make a difference because instead of like a 3-game swing, it's like a 4-game swing, isn't it? And there was that time when Liverpool did.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
There was that.
Yeah. I heard a chicken somewhere.
No, what are you talking about? I said on the last time I said if we
well now you're Homer Simpson.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you said does a point make a difference, and I was just getting to my point why a point does make a difference, because there was that season when you finished on, was it 92 points, 93 points, 92
89.
points? No, was it?
No, 90. And Man City got 92. I think it was 91. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Point makes a difference, bruv. But I still think it's ours. This is ours this season, man.
Is it over? Because you said it was going to be over.
Wow, over. You need to turn the volume up on that mic, Jay.
Say we're going to win the league this season, bruv.
Turn it up.
What more do you want to say if I say we're going to win the league? Every time you would say we're going to win the league.
So yeah, it's over.
I want to hear it's over. I want to hear it's
over. Nah, bro. Listen, you can't police my language or my speech. I'm just saying.
Okay, is it done?
That fence is rickety, blood.
That's not rickety. Why can I say we're going to win the league? And then you were to say no.
He's having glitches out here, bro. I don't know what's going on here.
Say this season we're going to win the league this season, because winning the league is very general. You know, that could be next season.
No, you're going to win the league this season.
Another season.
No, we're going to win the league this season.
Okay,
I've got that feeling, bruv.
So, for those watching for the first time, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, and you've seen it. You've heard it here first from Bevan. The title's over. So we move on.
Not those exact words, but yeah.
No, it was exact words.
Exactly.
Exact words. Yeah.
So we move to guess the player. So it's coming up. Let's see. It's not a difficult one, but hopefully it's not a really quick one. So I'll read out the clubs. The players started at Barcelona, then they went to Spurs, then they went to Ipswich, then they went to Galatasaray, then they went to Racing Santander, then they went to Mallorca, then they went to Villarreal, then they went to LA Galaxy, and they finished at Club America in Mexico. Who is the player?
I got it.
Yeah, man. Got that, man. Yeah.
Baller.
Was he?
Playboy more than anything else.
Yeah, fair.
Cool then. All right. You've all got it. Let's hear it. See if everyone can say it at the same time. I'm waiting for Lamont. Everyone's waiting for Lamont.
Waiting for Lamont.
Lamont hasn't Lamont didn't even try. Man said, I don't even want to say her name by mistake, so I'm muting myself.
I'm thinking Brazilian, but I could be so wrong. Dos Santos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well done, bro.
I thought you guys were going to say he didn't play for Galaxy, he didn't play for Ipswich.
He's not Brazilian, though.
Wait. He's not Brazilian. And that last club should have told you that he weren't Brazilian, bro.
Why?
Mexican, Club America.
Yeah.
Went home.
Oh, yeah.
He went home. Okay.
That's what confused me. I was thinking, yeah. Anyway.
Nice and easy with that one. So we move on to the prediction table. This is how we stood last week. It wasn't a great week, as we saw.
Horrible week.
This week wasn't much better, but there was some movement. despite all the rest of the nonsense, I got a correct score with the Arsenal game, 2-0. But nothing else for me on that one. Everyone else got a result here and there. So yeah, they're all still flying. And
Wait, did Lamont put Liverpool to draw?
I'm sure I put Liverpool to draw.
Yeah, but not 1-1.
yes, he put 2-2 though, not 1-1.
Yeah,
In the Liverpool game.
Yeah, he said 2-2.
Oh, I thought he said 2-2 for the Arsenal game.
He said 2. As we said, Desmond was for that one. I think it was.
Oh.
I listened to it just now.
Okay.
I'll double check. Give me 1 second. 2-2. Yeah, he put 2-2. He was the last one just before Daryl. Before I made a joke on about Daryl saying 2-0. Liverpool.
Cool.
Had me worried because I have made a few mistakes on this before. Okay, so first game of the weekend that we'll discuss might as well be Arsenal versus Everton.
He sounds so disappointed.
Bro, that sounds so deflated. Someone's got to win the league, James.
Yeah, no, someone's got to win it. Someone's got to win it. So Dowman time, a 16-year-old flips the title race. Doesn't really flip it. He just ends it, really. So
You might say it was more Jordan Pickford, mate. What the hell was he on, man?
yeah, he was on some Jordan.
Yeah, he actually got a touch on it, though, you know.
Yeah, but that's what that's what they're saying. Like, what's he doing out there? Yeah, if you know you're gonna get it,
be in there. He shouldn't be coming out that far.
I shouldn't be coming out for that.
That's what he does.
Boy,
You
you got to give it credit to Arteta. He's utilised this squad well, and he's brought the players on at the right time, and they've had impacts. It's obviously on Match of the Day, you saw that they've had like I think it's 21 either goal assist or goals from the bench, which is just crazy.
I think it's 11 assists and 10 goals, or something like that.
Yeah,
So
that's
21 goal
crazy.
contributions from the bench. Yeah, 11
And I
goals.
think the
10
next
assists.
team after that was like 14. So
Yeah, that's why he had this big squad in it, and it's kind of he's using it at when he needs to, because in seasons gone by we've had a lot of injuries and they've been at crucial times of the season, so he was needed, especially in that game, because it was looking like it's going to be 0-0 until.
Was you worried?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't. Kind of, because I thought it was going to be points dropped, and because I had a feeling that City weren't going to beat West Ham. So you want to kind of get the result in that game, especially that we tend to do very well against Everton. We knew what Everton were gonna do, and they kind of did that last season where they came to the Emirates and then just stunk the place out and played for a 0-0. But sometimes you got that's what you got to expect, innit? And in recent games, I've been like watching the game, thinking things are a bit stinky. We're just kind of getting over the line. But there were things I saw in that game that kind of impressed me a little bit. I saw like a bit of bravery. I saw us trying to pray through the lines and trying to create chances. It wasn't always didn't always come to much, but we're taking shots from outside of the box, which we don't usually see. So we weren't trying to walk it into the box. I wish that there might have been a bit more from Madueke. I'm not sure that he works too well on the left. He looks a lot better on the right. As soon as he went over to the right, that's when he started beating players and getting crosses into the box and things like that. But then he has the master stroke of when he brings on Max Dowman, who just looks fearless and kind of changed the game on his head. I know that.
And Gokeres, obviously, Gokeres was off the bench as well. He got the first goal, so most subs had an impact.
All three subs had an impact because it was Martinelli that nods the ball to Dowman for his goal as well. But I think, and before that, Calafiori makes like a cold block. Dwight Manil has a shot, and he's on the floor and he gets up and he like with a leg, and maybe Ra's gonna save it.
Don't know how he blocked that like that. It just threw his leg up and just it was mad.
Yeah,
Raya was good as well. I have to say, he made some important saves as well. So
Yeah, the first 45 minutes for sure, he was on job. I think I was speaking to you about it yesterday, Bevan, when I said to you, even though Arsenal probably had more possession overall, Everton in the first 45 minutes looked like they wanted to kill that game off quickly. Now, they didn't play their traditional, low block and just really kind of don't do anything. When they was having opportunities going forward, which they had quite a few, I would say 4 or 5, I think Raya had to like do what he's been doing for you guys for the last, say, 3 or 4 games, which is just make some real world-class saves to make sure that you guys can stay within, touching distance of getting the 3 points. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he made a save low with his legs, and then he made another save from McNeil from distance. So yeah, man. I think, like you said the other week, go on.
No, that one came off the post and it fell to him dry and it came bounced off his chest. But yeah, it seems that some need a bit of luck, bruvs. At the moment, you know what I mean? The luck is falling with us.
Well, not all the way.
I wasn't
watching the penalty, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, I do think we should have had a penalty in the first half, and I think that we would have been having a different conversation if we don't get the penalty and if we don't score in the 89th minute. I think that you'd be more talking about like missed chances, and that the game would have had that kind of Nottingham Forest feel where it was just like that close to scoring a goal and there wasn't enough kind of cutting edge. But I mean, when Dowman whips the ball in, we got Gyökeres who has been getting told how rubbish he is, but he's popped up with 11 goals, 16 in all competitions, and he's there at the right time for a tap-in. Like,
he's still rubbish.
Oh, I don't care.
Bro,
I don't care. He's in the right place at the right time to score goals, and he's scoring important goals. Like, what more do you want from a striker, bros? If last season, Jesus ain't there, bro. Jesus is not where Gyökeres is to tap that ball in. So that's what
he don't play in the box, is it? Really?
No.
He likes to be number 10. That's a false 9. That's what he likes to play.
Yeah. So we got someone in the box that's going to be occupying defenders, and as soon as it bounced to Nkapie, who didn't know what was going on, that bounced off of him. But as soon as the ball came into the box, he already span and he left Keane. He was like, "Yep, I'm going to be there. If this ball drops, I'm putting it in the back of the net." And you could see, man, it was scenes. It erupted, and then what I was a bit surprised about actually is I don't know why Jordan Pickford's gone up for the corner. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's a need for it.
Don't know.
Leon,
mid-table, nothing to play for.
Yeah,
mid-table, nothing to play for. He's got no reason to be going up at that point in the game, realistically.
Well, I guess he's made the mistake, though, innit? He's probably trying to rectify. He knows he's messed up. Yeah, he's probably thinking, "Can I help? Can I get this back?"
But it doesn't mean anything to them anyway. 1-0, 2-0 doesn't make a difference to them. So, like you said, he probably realised he's made a mistake. He's gone up to just try and get some glory. But actually, even him being there, he actually is defending of the counter attack was terrible itself as well. So
he gave up, bro. Malenko is the one that is trying to, and Dewsbury Hall are trying to do their best to stop that from going in.
Dewsbury Hall got sent to the floor. I thought he injured himself. The way he was looking, it looked like he was crying. I thought he injured himself or something.
Yeah. He got dropped, mate.
He got
dropped like Havertz did for the penalty, innit?
Martinelli did him a solid. He played like the NFL defensive back because he basically blocks off them, man. So Max Dowman has a 3-1 at goal in the end. So fair play. No, Arsenal obviously look good for the title now. Like, people can criticize how they score their goals, but no one's going to care once it's all said and done. Once the title's done, no one's going to remember that it's set pieces or however they scored. It's the fact that they've got over the line, and they've obviously been criticised in the past for being in very strong positions and throwing it away. Now they're in a position where literally it would take a miracle for them to lose it. And you've already seen City drop points in this running so far already. So it's going to be pretty much Arsenal's to lose when it has been for a while now.
All right, we'll move on to that one then. Go on after those bit.
Now everyone talks about the set pieces and stuff, and that being a major impact to the wins and stuff like that. But I generally think the most impactful thing for them is that squad depth and the quality that they can bring on, because that has made such a difference, and that's been the difference for them compared to other past seasons where they've had key injuries, and they haven't been able to win matches like that, like that Everton match. I weren't watching the game live, and I was watching it on watching the score on my phone, and even at the 87th minute, I was like, I know Arsenal going to score. Just a matter of time. And when I looked at it at full time and it was 2-0, I wasn't even surprised, to be honest.
Yeah,
because that's what they've been about this season.
I mean, just before we go, one thing I will say is that when they talk about like the amount of goals we score from corners and free set plays and stuff like that, but we've got we've got the highest amount of goals from open play anyway. So we are getting goals from different areas and utilizing different ways of scoring. And you got to have a bit of street smarts as well, because if you're going to play beautiful and lose, then it doesn't really matter, does it? You don't really get anything for playing like that. So, do you know what I mean? Like last year, I got a bit like, talking about how many corners we scored. No, I don't care, bruv. We can score tap-ins, corners, 1-0s, 2-0s to the end of the season, and I'm happy, bruv. Was it another 5 wins, 5-6 wins, and the league is ours. 5 out of 7. You know what I mean?
You just want that title, innit, boy?
Wow, I just want it.
No, Liverpool definitely don't want it, do they? They've been miserable.
Wow.
Guess Man United don't want it either. But let's move on.
You're the reigning champion, bruv. You lot have stunk out the joints. The worst reigning champion run ever. Get out of here.
I want to address
Actually,
this.
not.
No, I want to address this.
Please.
Who gives a damn? All this, you're the worst champions ever. The word champions is still in that worst. So all I hear is champions. You say worst ever, I hear champions. And I missed the beginning and the end.
Selective hearing, bruv. Selective hearing.
It's not selective, it's a fact. The fact is champions. The worst is not a fact. As Leon has said, we're not the worst. So the only fact in your sentence is champion.
We'll go by what Leon says if that's what you think.
It's not just Leon. The facts are there, bro. Because Chelsea finished like 12th after winning the title. Leicester finished lower than us after winning the title. So we're not the worst.
Okay.
And then they're going to say,
you said Leicester. You said Leicester, yeah?
No,
okay.
I didn't say Leicester.
Okay.
I did say Leicester. Leicester finished worse than me. Lower than we did.
Leicester.
But they were still champions. So you can't say, you compare yourself to Leicester. They were champions.
That barometer has dropped, boy, when you're comparing yourself to Leicester. Yikes.
Were they champions? So you brought up worst champions.
Listen. That's fine. That's fine, bro. That's fine. If that's your thing, compare yourself to Leicester. You do that. Maybe it's the L's that have done it to you.
Listen, in the last 10 years, their Premier League history is better than yours. End of story. We move on.
It probably is.
We move on.
It probably is.
No, it's not probably. It's a fact. So, West Ham versus Man City. 1 shot, 1 goal. City win every stat except the scoreline. How does it happen? It happens every season, really and truly, where a team just battles, and then manages to get a lucky shot off somewhere or a good shot somewhere, and they hold out for an important point. It's a good header, to be honest with you, from Mavropanos. But
Donnarumma, poor goalkeeping though.
What's keeper doing again though? Yeah.
Same thing like what Pickford did. It's the same thing. He's in no man's land. You don't even look like you're getting there.
That was the weakness though. When he came to the league, the weakness we all knew about, there were two. Set pieces in the air, and then his footwork. He's avoided the footwork a lot, to be honest, because they've adjusted their game.
Yeah.
But the set pieces, he's been caught out here and there. And you got 24 shots they had. 24. But you got to look at Pep. I think he's handled the whole week wrong. Like Champions League, why on earth are you going to the Bernabeu with Rodri and Bernardo Silva as your two centre midfielders? Like, seriously.
Crazy.
And then he comes back here and he doesn't put a team out to actually kill it properly. I think since he's got rid of the Cherky-Foden tandem, they haven't looked right. Yes, Semenyo's scored goals, but he hasn't looked great, let's be honest. He scored goals, but he hasn't looked great doing it. there's a lot of City fans that are complaining that he's making a lot of mistakes, but it's been papered over because he's actually getting winning goals.
I mean,
But it's the Shirky thing.
What kind of foolishness is that?
Obviously, the way they see it, our standards are up here. And we love the fact that we've got him, and we're not going to complain, but he's still not a City player yet. Of course he's not a City player yet. He's only been there 2 months.
He's got more goals than any of the other players since he's got there. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, they need to call it. They need to just get their heads out of the clouds.
He's also not playing his position, though. He's been playing as a second striker, and that's never been his position.
Yeah, so I forgot that bit. He plays a 10, innit?
He's playing alongside Haaland. That's not how he's a winger, and he could play both sides, yes, but he is naturally a winger, and that's the reason why he probably loses possession, because he's not used to being in the center of the pitch where he has to make decisions about whether to go left or right when he's passing. Normally, he can just go direct, attack, and then look for options inside, but. You know, as you said, his goal output has been fine, but City have changed their system because Pep has been trying to figure out a way to get his team ticking again. And in the last couple of games, they've become stuck because I don't feel like they've had enough in midfield, and which normally City, you know, they kind of handle that. But obviously with West Ham have got their goal, and they've just said, we're just gonna defend for our lives.
Yeah.
And City have obviously tried to break them down, but to no avail, and held out. And West Ham have held out. So you got to give them credit. Obviously, as you said, a bad week for City, and they've got another big game this week in the Champions League to try and come back against Madrid. But as bad as in inverted commas, as bad as Madrid, people think Madrid have been this season in the Champions League, they always pull out the stop. Yeah. So I think it will be difficult for them to come back in that.
No chance in my opinion.
If they do that, that's a bookie's job, mate. If they do that, I'm sorry, but
the thing is,
I don't think people come from 3-0 down before, but just not Real Madrid, not against Real Madrid.
I think that, like, when you look at City, they just look like individuals. They don't look cohesive, really. I mean, Haaland's, like, his shooting boots have been left somewhere. I don't know. They're in the bin. Because he had chances yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, on the weekend, and he didn't take them. And I don't know what
the service team hasn't been great either.
He got service. He got service on the weekend. He had some good chances. He had some good chances, and his shooting boots weren't on. And I think that, like, they know how teams are gonna set up against City. And before, City wouldn't be worried about that. They'd find a way to unlock it, and they couldn't. Even their goal was a bit lucky. That really and truly, that's a cross, isn't it? As much as
I think if you actually watch his eyes from the other angle, he's actually looking like that over the goalkeeper as he chips it.
I don't know, man. Because I saw his face afterwards.
He's got the arrogance, though.
Bro, I don't think he meant it.
He's got that. He's got that in him.
Bro, I don't think he meant it, bro. I think he was trying to cross it. Because I really don't. I'm not buying what he's selling. He said he meant it, but he's gonna say that, innit? That's like the same time when Saka did that a couple seasons ago against Chelsea, and he crossed it. He's like, yeah, I meant to chip him. No, you didn't. You know you didn't. Yeah. But yeah, I think that, like, as soon as you could see what West Ham were trying to do, they were going to be difficult to beat. They're going to be resolute. You got to think that they're in a relegation fight. A point is good. If we can if we can just defend doggedly, then we can get something from the game, get a set piece, and we score, and then we can just lock up shop, and then it's up to City to break us down. And I think that, like, the pieces that they had were in the right. It was the wrong pieces in the puzzle. If you're gonna, you think that, like, that might be a game for Shirky to be on a bit earlier, but he doesn't. It's like Pep doesn't want to play Shirky or doesn't want to play Foden either. And I'm not sure if this new formation that they're using is utilising the players that they've got in the positions that they've been playing in.
Do you think Bernardo Silva should still be in the squad with what else they've got around? The other younger players, the other more mobile, and then do you think he should be going with more of a double pivot with a Reinders or what's the other Spanish guy? I forget his name now. Gonzalez.
Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, Nico
I'm
Gonzalez
surprised.
and
I'm
Rodri.
surprised that he hasn't looked to play Nico more again, because obviously Rodri's come back and he's not really been the same. He's coming back from ACL injury. It's a big thing to come back from, and he's never had pace anyway. So Rodri's all about reading the game and keeping things ticking over, but they need legs in there. And you see the difference when Nico Riley's played in midfield, the difference that he made, which is why he's been played there primarily in the last few games. But you just feel like City don't dominate in the same way that they used to, and they're still trying to figure out what the formula is right now. That's how it feels. And as you said, you don't really feel like Pep trusts Cherky, and he doesn't seem to have the same faith in Foden at the moment either. Cherky, we know he can create something out of nothing, but I think it's the defensive side of the game that Pep doesn't like. That he doesn't close people down. He doesn't track back in the way that he needs him to, and I think that's why. But he's a mercurial talent, and we don't see that many players like him anymore. So, we want to be able to see him play, but for Pep, he's like, no, you need to do the work that I need you to do, and I think that's why he often brings him on as a sub to create an impact.
I just looked at what you said. Nico Riley, he's been on the bench for 5 of the last 6 games, hasn't come off the bench. Played 90 minutes against Newcastle, which they won 3-1. But the other Newcastle game didn't come off the bench. Leeds didn't come off the bench. Man City, Nottingham Forest didn't come off the bench. Real Madrid, where he should have started,
didn't
come off the bench. And then against West Ham, where he probably should have started, didn't come off the bench either.
The legs, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Do you know what you say about Pep don't like having players scoring hat tricks, so he subs them off.
Yeah, I've said that.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
He don't like the egos, so maybe that's what it is, isn't it? Like he doesn't want them to have. Like he doesn't want the Mavericks and the mercurial talents in there because it's an ego to manage. And whereas before he had like players that would be industrious in the way that they would perform. To now, it's a different kind of setting that he's got, because he needs the younger players to be in there to perform for him to run and to have the legs. But if you're not trusting your Fodens and you're not trusting your Shirkies, where is this creativity coming from? And I get that, like, you got Semenyo, but you're going to stick him in the middle, so you stick him out of position, and then it doesn't look like they got the same level of threat. Because I know it's West Ham, but like West Ham did not look scared one bit in that game,
No.
and it's not like that for the last 2 games.
Semenyo did have a chance though. He did have a chance, and he kind of skewed it wide.
He had chances, man. It wasn't like they didn't create nothing.
No, hell of chances.
I think he had the last chance as well. So,
do you think that Cherky was bought as a starter though, or do you think he was bought as a squad player and an impact player?
I think he might be bought as a bit of a project. They know the talent, and what can they mold him into? Because I'll never forget what he said about him already this season. When he did that Travella and they actually scored, Phil Foden scored the header. And he said, when they asked him about it, he said, I had Messi. Messi was the greatest. Messi doesn't have to do stuff like that. It's simple. Everything is simple, and you do it simply, and you get the job done. So he scored. They got the cross done today. But do I like it? No. But
yeah. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, they scored.
Yeah.
So if they didn't score, he probably would have dragged him.
He would have dragged him. He would have dragged him. Yeah. Based on that comment alone, or he would have dropped him for the next match.
I think what annoyed him more about that is that Cherky is more than capable of using. He doesn't really. He's weak foot, whatever. He doesn't have one, so he's capable of using his right or left. It's not like he did a Travella because he can't use his other foot. He just done it because it looks good. Let's be real.
True.
But sometimes that's what you get with those kind of players, though, isn't it? Like, you got to let them be free to be who they are. Like, if you want him to be like more defensive or do that side of the game, then you got to talk to him about that. Huh? Pardon?
He does, bro. He works back.
I know.
That.
I know, but I'm saying that we was talking about earlier. Maybe that was a reason why he doesn't play him. But like, if you're only gonna take the part of that player that makes them special and tell them not to do that anymore, then you're taking that part away from them. You're taking the specialness away from them. yeah, Messi didn't have to do it, but Messi had other attributes, and there might have been other things that Messi wasn't necessarily contributing. So, like, sometimes you need to let guys be like brilliant in it, like let them be amazing, and then you might get the magic out of them.
Well, hopefully, he doesn't turn into what's his name?
Jack Grealish.
He took everything out of Jack Grealish.
I don't think
Pep will be there. I don't think Pep will be at City long enough for that to happen.
I don't think. Yeah, I agree.
I think he's still got next season. I think anyway.
I don't know.
And he's not leaving. He's not leaving. I know some people think he is.
He won't leave now. Not how this title's. Not how this title's gone. He knows that they should have done better this season and should be pushing Arsenal more. And he will try and work out what went wrong with the formula this year and rectify that next season.
Exactly. Sure. It's the first time he's gone back to back not winning a title. I don't think he's not going to want to leave it like that. He's going to want to do one more.
No.
The arrogance.
Yeah. So we move on to some team, I don't know, that played against Aston Villa. Bruno Century. United land top 4 haymaker. They did it right for themselves. So, I didn't mention earlier, if you haven't seen it already, Bevins, he's done his post-match. It's been out there. If you haven't watched it already, why have you not watched it? And if you haven't watched it, then watch it after this.
Great. And
then after that, you can go and watch Lamont's one. And you can listen to him glossing over his team. As we do again now. So...
No, not at all, to be honest.
I think what the kids call it now is glazing, isn't it?
There you go.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, pause. But, I mean, to be honest, it's exactly what we needed, to be honest. We needed the 3 points. And it took for Casemiro to have one of probably his better games for United and for Bruno just to do what Bruno does week in, week out, what he's been doing for season on season. Just creating chances, taking risks. I will say Cunha's probably had one of his best performances in a United shirt against Villa. I feel like he hugged the left-hand side more than I have seen him do all season. And he took his chances when he had them. And yeah, you could just see that Carrick has... the guys just playing with some kind of confidence. Sesko comes off the bench again and scores a striker's goal, I'd argue. You know, he's the first one to react to get his goal off the bench. And yeah, it was
deflected, yeah?
What do you mean? It's still a goal, though?
Brother, it's deflected, bro.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's
man.
still a goal. You can't argue it, bro. It's still a goal, isn't it? But
it's still a goal. Bro. You're kind of like he scored a proper striker's goal, bro. He hit a shot on target.
He was on his toes.
They went in, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It was a goal, like I said.
I mean,
listen,
everyone knows
we used to be mud brothers, bro. We're not anymore, so I can't feel no pain in your voice. The pain in your voice, I'm not with it anymore. I'm sorry. That's for yesteryear. That was yesteryear. But yeah, man, we put a bit of a distance between us and Aston Villa, and we're closing the gap on City.
You think you're gonna catch City?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that'd be an epic fall off.
But they've got enough rest to do so. I mean.
Yeah. Why would it be an epic fall off and not a massive triumph? Why would it?
What for you to fall off? How many points are you behind City?
6. No, 7.
That would be
not that bad, isn't it? Still got like 8 games to go. There's a lot to play for, man. There's a lot to play for.
Listen, I mean, I was going to ask you about if you're going to qualify for Europe, but you definitely are.
Yeah, I said that from the beginning of the season. We were going to qualify for Champions League anyway. I had faith in that.
No, you didn't. You said you're going to win the league.
Did I? I'm still waiting for that tape.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Listen, I'm surprised I ain't back on this pod and he ain't thinking that they can still win the title this season.
He said that about 2 weeks ago. It's only when they lost to Newcastle. Possible. Yeah, mathematically possible.
I was talking about Champions League. No, I was talking about Champions League. I was.
That's the only loss, though, isn't it? That they've had since Carrick?
Yeah.
Well, Newcastle.
Newcastle. It's only defeat.
Yeah.
He's done a good job. He's brought the best out of Bruno. Although Bruno wasn't... He's still having good games under Amorim. But he's now done this 100 assists? 100 assists.
Yeah.
It's a good achievement.
And the most assists in one calendar season for in United shirt as well. He's got more than Beckham, so that's 16 assists in one season.
Here's the question though: is he going to beat Henry's record? Or Henry and KDB?
What's Henry's?
Same
20.
as KDB.
17, 20.
No, 20.
To be honest, it's not impossible, and I say that because of how many risks this guy is prepared to take. Like, he will pass the ball in the most obscene, places on the pitch sometimes. I mean, even the goal for Cunha, first time passing between the fullback and centre back. Bro, was that not a pass or what?
Yeah,
like, I saw that, I was like, what?
Yeah, that was chocolate mousse, man.
Like, you expect someone to take a touch and then pass it, but he's just passed it with the first touch. Oh, come on, man. Like, the guy's an absolute maverick, man. And I'm just glad we held on for him so long, because we would be in the depths of this league like some other teams. But yeah.
You know what though? I mean, to be fair, like, I think everyone thought that Villa were gonna lose that game anyway, and this top 4 race, it's like who doesn't want it the most? Yeah. Because at the moment, top 5, because like United are the only team that's showing that they want to be in the Champions League next year. Villa, I don't know if they want it. Like, they could lose out. I think they're going to be the ones that are going to lose out. I think Chelsea and Liverpool are going to have enough to be in the top 5 race. And to be honest, I don't even are England even are the Premier League even guaranteed to have the place because of the
it's looking shaky now. I think it was Germany. Was it Germany or Italy? I think Italy were 3rd, but they've got hardly anyone left anyway. So because of that, it might still work out. And obviously, Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace in the other leagues, and Aston Villa themselves, they can help England in the cups. So 3 teams are out, like I said last week. Can Liverpool overturn it? Who knows? Arsenal will overturn it realistically. I can't see them not winning against Leverkusen. So I think it just depends on how far Arsenal go and how far the others go. Because even if we make it through, we're not beating PSG. That's not happening.
No.
So we've got 1 game left, or we've got 3 games left.
James, you know what, yeah? You see tournament football, though, it is so unpredictable, bro.
It is.
Like, I'm being so real. Like, I understand what you're saying, because you're basing that on just how you've been playing all season. But tournament football, Champions League, bro, it does something to teams in general. Well, you've been there, Jay. You've been there. You've done it already. Bro, and all right.
When there's been a glimmer. So this is different. This is not. We'll move on to Liverpool anyway. That's the next on the list. Can we do it? Listen,
Champions League.
If you haven't watched my post match, watch it. But I haven't said it fully before, but I have now. I think he needs to go by Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow. Before the end of the season, bro.
Yeah. Listen, I think we're in a situation now where we can still finish top 5 and we can still win the FA Cup if he goes. I'm looking at it now. I've looked at all our games and there's not one single game where I can say, yeah, we're going to win that game. And every single game, I'm saying we can lose that game. We can lose against Galatasaray. Brighton, okay, maybe. We've beaten Brighton twice this season. That's probably the only one, but we can still lose that game. We can still lose that game. Then we play Man City in the FA Cup. So let me go back a step. The reason why I say this, we've got Galatasaray, then we've got FA Cup, Premier League, then there's an international break. Alonso is there chilling. Don't get me wrong, guys. I don't think Alonso is this guy that's going to come in and do gang pressing and make us press high and etc. Give us the old top football. But from what I've given Slot time after time, and I don't think the players are listening anymore. The style of football is nonsense. And I don't think we're actually going to get any better. We're just going to see the same nonsense that we see. We can't press. We don't look good. We actually look like a 2nd or 3rd worst team in the Premier League. So if Alonso's there chilling, waiting, give him the international break, then it gives us a chance to have a bounce against Man City in the FA Cup away. And then if we beat Man City, we hopefully avoid Arsenal in the semi-final and Chelsea, and we get whoever's left on the other side and get to the final. That's my thinking. But I don't see the players working with Slot how it's supposed to. Like, people have said for so long, when you watch Liverpool, what is the plan?
Yeah.
Where are the patterns of play? When we used to do counterattacks, everyone was scared. Now we do counterattack and then we go backwards. We go sideways.
Yeah.
We were 4-on-3 against Tottenham and we didn't get to the box. We were 3-on-2 against Tottenham. We didn't get to the box.
That's Ekatike's fault, though, that last one.
But it's all leads down to the confidence that they've also been given.
Bro, you can
earlier in the season when he was more confident, he was zinging. He did in the Champions League. He left Frankfurt defenders for dead. He's done it against Newcastle, but the manager is not giving the players the confidence now. Week by week, the confidence is eroding to the point where fans are booing. Fans are booing. Fans don't boo at Anfield. They don't boo.
Do you think that he was resting Ekatike for Galatasaray, realistically?
Yes, he was. But don't do that. The way I look at it, no disrespect, Tottenham had not won a game in 2026. Get 2 early goals, their confidence would have been knocked.
And then drag him.
Then take him off.
Yeah.
Then take him off.
Half time.
Like, we needed pace. That game we needed pace. You put Ekatike in there. Fantastic. You've added Rio, who was the brightest spark we had.
Yeah.
You can even keep Frimpong right wing because you've got pace. Then use that pace. But keep Ekatike there, the one forward that we have that actually scores goals. And take him off. Take him off, rest him, and then go into the game confident. Now,
bruv, can I ask you a question? Gakpo's fall from grace. What is going on? He just doesn't look like the same player at all. Maybe I'm just like, Lamont, he's never been that player. But I think I've had this conversation with you slightly at the beginning of the season. I said, I actually like him. He was like, bruv, what is there to like about this guy?
He's not a starter, though. He's not a starter. He was good because he was rotated with Diaz. He came in, he came out. Yeah. He came in, he came out.
So I'm seeing him in glimpses.
He do this week in, week out. And he's got the same trick. Cut in, shoot. Cut in, shoot. I don't think he's ever seen Kirkers in his life. Doesn't know what it looks like. Because he doesn't use him.
Yeah.
And after a while, same thing we said about Salah, the confidence rises from fullbacks. They're like, okay, I know what he's doing. So now you've got both our wingers where fullbacks are like, these guys aren't trouble for us no more. Every fullback's like, I will try. I can stop these guys.
Do you think Salah should have started against us?
I have no problem. I don't mind. Should he have started? He hasn't made a difference either way. To be honest, this season, he hasn't. So, would it have made a big difference? I don't know. I really don't know. If you had, what do you call it on that side, right?
Spence.
I don't remember. Huh?
Spence?
Yeah, Spence. Spence would have locked him up. Spence would have locked him up. At least the pace of Frimpong gave Spence a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
But he would have locked up Salah easily. So it kind of made sense to bring him on later on. So we were known for our pressing, our running, our energy. You outrun us by 15%. You ran 15% more than we did.
I think you said it right though, James. I think that the difference is that you look like a team with no confidence because going forward, there was a chance where Salah was like in an attacking position and
right side,
and the pass he made,
easy square pass, and he finds the defender literally like the pass is here and he passes it here. Like what is going on, bro?
He's like, what's going on? Like, the control pad's not working. What's going on?
It was horrid. Every time Spurs. Every time Liverpool broke, I'm like, oh, this is looking like something's gonna. And nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. It was like
only real. It was only real.
It was diabolical. But like, actually, I don't want to say this, Daryl. Did that game give you confidence? Because I was about to give Spurs props, but I don't really want to do that. I feel dirty. I'm gonna need to have a shot.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do what?
At the end of the day. Don't try and give Spurs no confidence. We're no different after that result than we was at the start of the weekend I didn't see nothing in them to say that we can build on that. We got a point against a poor Liverpool that should have done better. They had the chances. They had the chances on counter, which last season they would have been killing you at. And we're one of the worst teams against the counter, and they didn't utilize it. So yeah, don't give us no confidence because they didn't show me anything in that game to say, yeah, there's going to be a change. I'm happy that we got the point, and that does help, especially how the results went over the weekend. And it kept us from falling into the relegation zone. But other than that, like they didn't show anything different in that game from other games to say like, yeah, we're gonna be fine now. We're gonna stay up. Like, I watched that West Ham game against City and saw the battling from their players, the solidness, the togetherness in that team, and you look at that and you think, right, well, West Ham, they look like they're up for the fight. And I've said it to you guys before, off of the pod. I said it. Our team's not built for this. It's not built for relegation. We ain't got the minerals for this kind of thing, and it's going to be the other teams that save us from going up, not us saving ourselves. It's as simple as that. And that result, regardless, it's great to go to Anfield and get a point, but they didn't show me nothing to say. Yeah, I've got any confidence. I can't speak for Leon, but that's my opinion.
What do you think about that De Souza kid? Because he was looking quite sprightly in the early, and Liverpool goalkeeper had to make a save pretty early.
He had a good game. I was surprised how far forward he was getting, which is good.
Why? Bro, the amount of space Liverpool gave you guys. There's oceans of space for you just to run into.
Bro, he's playing right wing, bruv. He's playing right wing.
Which is weird, right?
Yes. This is the thing. Yep. So, like, I know that Dan was frustrated because we all are as Spurs fans right now because we're just trying to find little glimmers of signs that there's some progress. So finally, Tudor goes back with a back four. Cool. But then he's played Souza as a right winger and it's not his position. He's gone with Tell on the left, which is fine. We know that Tell will give his all, sometimes a bit raw, but he likes, at least he tries to create things. He tries to do things. He tries to take on the fullback most of the time. But it's like Richarlison did his thing, but Solanke, I don't know what he was doing. I don't really understand what his role was, but he didn't have any effect on the game whatsoever for me. And you see, like people get on Richarlison because he falls down, he moans, he gets on people's nerves. But relegation Richarlison is activated now. This is the guy that we need.
That's right.
Because honestly, whenever he touches the pitch, he shows passion. He, as you said, he's a nuisance. He made a nuisance of himself. And Van Dijk, I don't really understand what's going on with Van Dijk, but he got the better of him, you have to say, for large parts of the game. And he had a couple of headers which he wasn't marked for, which you're surprised that no one's really, they're giving him too much space. And we know that Liverpool's had problems with set pieces and crosses this season. But I think if Tudor goes down the right lines of putting players in the positions where they can affect the game, players who playing in their positions that are familiar to them, then we have a chance. But there's too much experimentation going on. And I think one thing I will say is right about him is if there's players there that don't have the attitude to fight, then they've got to be benched. And you saw that he's brought on a couple of youngsters. We literally don't have any other players to bring on. And they've come in and did all right since, I think Olasisi did well. And I can't remember the other guy's name. Was it Roustel or something like that? I can't remember how you pronounce his name. But he came on, another youngster, did well. But honestly, whoever is not up for it, they need to come out of the team. And I'm not even sure. After like the backline did quite well, obviously, no Romero and no Van der Ven. If them man come back and do some foolishness again, you'd be in your right mind to just take them out of the squad completely because
rip up the contract.
Like the fact that we've managed to keep 11 men on the pitch is a good sign because we've had some foolishness going on in some of the other games this season. So You need them. If them guys have got to come back, they got to come back on it and stop doing stupid mistakes, stop doing foolishness at the back, stop playing around trying to do things that they don't need to do and get themselves caught. They need to be on it like they were for the Europa League run last year. Because if they ain't, we're going down. Simple.
They need to come and fight for the club, fight for the fans, people that pay your wages. They need to come and fight for that. And if you're not on that, then let the youngsters play. It's as simple as that. But the whole point of this experimenting thing that you're saying, Leon, is again, it's ineptness by the club by hiring a manager that's got to work out the Premier League, work out a squad that doesn't play his formation. It's absolute ineptness from the board. So that culminating with players that are not fighting for the shirt, a manager that's started off on the back foot because of having to work out the league, work out the team, trying to get the squad that haven't been playing that kind of formation. We're in trouble. And like, no offense, I'm happy with a point at Anfield, but it ain't made no difference. That result has not made no difference, and I can't even say like it's even given the squad or the teams or fans that impetus or that confidence that a result like that normally would do in a relegation battle.
I think it might galvanise you, because like as a neutral watching it, I think a neutral would see that there was a bit more fight from Spurs than has been shown in the last couple of games.
You could say that, Bevan, but
how much of that is
our last point before that was against City at home when we came back from 2 goals down, and we thought that was going to be a springboard, and then it wasn't. So I think it's just there's been so many false dawns that it's difficult to look at it as, yes, is there some glimmer of a twinkle in a distance? Yes, but again, we're playing Forest on the weekend. That is a 6-pointer. If we don't get a result in that game, the draw at Anfield means nothing.
Yes, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
West Ham are on the ascendancy.
But do you know what it is? I think the casualty in this relegation battle might be Leeds.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? You got a point.
They've got the easiest run in though.
Yeah, I think it's Forest. I think it's gonna be Forest.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, if they stay in Europe's gonna, and they can be able to do both. If they get through to the next round, that's another Thursday night double header games.
Let me see if you have that same opinion if Forest beat Tottenham next week.
Hopefully not. Okay, we'll move on. Neither of us are happy, which makes others happy. So we'll move on from there. So tonight, in fact, now let's talk about the controversy at Selhurst. So Crystal Palace Leeds. Selhurst chaos, missed pen, forgotten yellow, and a disallowed winner, and a duplicate foul, not given the same punishment. All this in a 0-0. In a game that ended 0-0. So we won't talk about it loads. We'll just talk about incidents that happened. So, first of all, penalty missed. I mean, why is his hand up here from the cross? I have no idea. Right, in the middle of the box, and you put your hand up as the ball's coming into the box. So that's been rightfully given. But Calvert-Lewin actually thought he scored because he was wheeling away as he struck it. He thought he hit it cleanly.
Yeah, because he'd sent the keeper. He'd sent him. He didn't even have to put it in the corner. He could have just rolled it down the middle. He probably would have scored.
Yeah, exactly. So if that wasn't chaos enough, Goodmanson gets a yellow card, as Daryl said offline, for a nudge. Probably was a yellow card, but for some reason the referee forgets. So he's in a battle, middle of the pitch, makes a foul, and the referee is scrambling around, players are in his face, and he brings out a yellow card. I think he didn't give himself the second to think because players were hounding him. And then it dawns on him when the players start putting 2 fingers up in his face saying that's his second yellow card. Then he asks the VAR, have I yellow carded this guy? Obviously, we don't know that, but that's how it seems.
Bro.
Have I yellow carded this guy already? And then it's like, okay, what was funny was the Leeds players were telling Goodman to run away.
Run away. Yeah.
Run away. You forgot.
Yeah.
Run away.
Yeah. The thing about
And
it
then
is
he
with
gives
that, James, the thing with that, James, it just proves how much the referees are reliant on VAR and these extra officials involved. Like the refereeing fundamentals of keeping track of the players that you've carded have just gone out the window. In that as a prime example, Harold Webb should be bringing him in and saying, "Mate, you're never doing Premier League again. Like you're suspended, mate." What kind of mockery is that? Not just that alone. Not just that alone. On top of all the other foolishness that was happening in that game under his official name. Do you know what I mean? So when you're officiating, and you're a man in the middle, you are the person that meant to be leading by example. You can't have others be telling you what's going on and what's up, and having the other players on the oppo saying, "Oh, you've carded him already, ref." And the thing, and you know what makes it even funnier? And I said it to you offline, James. You and I both know if he had remembered that he had already booked that player, there is no way that tackle gets a yellow.
We know that anyway, because later on in the game, you've got ex-Tottenham player, what's his name? Winger.
Brennan Johnson.
Brennan Johnson commits a similar foul, but it's probably more blatant, and he gets away with it. Because the referee knows. I think the biggest mistake he's made is what referees, you see referees do this all the time. They get the card out. If you don't flash it, it's not a yellow card. They get the card out and they can look, because you write the names in the book. Mm-hmm. You can look and walk to him and say, "You've got one more chance," before flashing that card. Yeah. You look at it, oh, his name's in there. You got one more chance, was I'm booking you. That's all he had to do. You don't have to flash it so quickly.
No.
So, like I said, those two mistakes compound it. Manager Farker's got every right to be fuming, to say, what was the difference? Usually you see them square it up. I was surprised he didn't send him off anyway, because he would have known he made a mistake. Mm-hmm. But
I think if he does that, he loses control of the game. He's already lost control. Anyway. He's already lost control. But, I mean,
he's lost respect. He don't need control.
No, but you lose the like. I know the first yellow card is bad, but if you do another yellow card for the same reason, and you know that the first one shouldn't have been one,
but you can say at least I was consistent.
It's consistent.
I was consistent.
It's consistently.
Well, I was consistently bad.
At this point, wrong and strong means something.
What Bevan means is he loses his match next week, because he ain't reffing a game the next weekend if he does that again.
Already.
Yeah,
and that's his money right there. He ain't messing with his money. He's like that.
Yeah. And what would have made it? What would have made it worse is Brennan Johnson almost sets up a winner, and if it wasn't for that slight offside from what was it, his butt that was offside.
Yeah, probably.
that was offside. The guy that should have been sent off alongside Goodman for a similar decision would have set up the winner. So in all that mayhem, the game ends 0-0, and Leeds are still in the mire with Tottenham. So it's a blessing for Tottenham and for Nottingham Forest and for West Ham, because it means there's still more teams in the area. So yeah, we'll move on, because I was happy at one stage because I thought Newcastle had done Liverpool a favour by beating Chelsea. But before that even started, I want to ask you guys, do you think manager,
Liam.
always forget his name.
Eddie Howe?
No, Rossigna. I'm not going to call him Leroy, that's his dad. Liam Rossigna, like, what is he doing with this whole centre circle, being in the middle of the pitch, and then doing the huddle?
Right.
Right.
So I heard his
I know
press
it wasn't
conference.
him. It wasn't him. I know it was.
He said it's not him. He said it's not him. It's the players.
The captain. The captain decided it. Like, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. What does it? I don't know. We're not there. What is that going to achieve? You're having a huddle on halfway line. Like you can do that in your half.
Maybe it's about. I don't know. It's something to do with that. Respecting the players or something like that. I don't know what.
That's why the referee stood there, because basically they're not doing anything wrong, but if it's your kickoff, fine, you can do whatever you want there. But the problem is, if you do it when it's the other team's kickoff, you could cause a confrontation, which is why the referee stood there, so that there wouldn't be a confrontation because it wasn't their kickoff. If Newcastle had felt like any way to be like, okay, we're taking kickoff, we're going to stand there, it could have been something else. And then they decided to do it around him. And to make it even worse, Cole Palmer hugs him.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
You know what? Maybe they've done it as like a psychological thing to show our fans that, listen, this is our ground. This is our house.
They've done it every ground, though. They've done it every ground. Not just at home.
Okay.
They've done it the last 3 games.
Bro, maybe that if it's not just because it's their home, they're just trying to show some kind of psychological dominance, isn't it? Like, this is ours. If you're gonna do it home and away.
Psychological.
That's what they're
Well,
trying
he said
to do.
it is. He said that Reece James said that it'll show togetherness. It shows that we're all together in a fight and we're gonna fight for each other on the pitch. Like, bruv, in the middle of the pitch.
They can do it in their own half like everyone else does it. Like,
but you know when they say in the middle of the ring, we'll fight in the middle of the ring. So they're fighting in the middle, showing in the middle of the pitch. But
if they're in the middle of the pitch,
like, all right, cool, we're taking 3 points.
Yeah,
we're taking the 3 points.
But they can see them. They can see them anywhere on the pitch. There's bloody 300 cameras there.
No, yeah, but it's not the same though, is it? Like, if you're in the middle of the pitch, like, everyone's going to be focused on what's going on in the middle of the pitch. That's why they've done it for a psychological edge that didn't actually work.
Do you think it's fouled full stop? Because I don't think they've had any benefit from it overall.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's just looked like a stupid gimmick.
Yeah.
It's a stupid gimmick, like you said.
But a lot of
the fact that we're talking about it, the fact that the referee was in the middle and all the highlights are like, what's this all about? It's not worth it. It's not working. And like you said, Newcastle said, it's all right, we'll just take the 3 points. Thank you. End of.
And in Mourinho's what he said after the match as well about respecting these players. It's just like a circus.
He's a sucker, bro. That's what it is.
It looks like it, and a lot of the times when he's come out and said stuff after games, it's just not landed right whatsoever.
No.
He's got to focus more on getting results on the pitch, man, because like I said, the European football is open to anybody that wants it. Like, anybody from United down can have Champions League football if they want it. All they've got to do is win 3 games. 3 games in a row and you'll get Champions League football. But it's like nobody wants it at all.
Don't tell me. Wolves lose to... Come on. The Wolves and Tottenham, because of the position they're in, it hurts, bro. We would be third if we won those 2 games. That's how mad it is. If we won those 2 games, we'd be third. So we move on. In fact, no. Gordon scores a good goal. They perform poorly. At least they don't get a red card, so they've curbed that. But like you said, they've got work to do, and I think all 3 of us, Aston Villa, Chelsea, and obviously Liverpool, we've got a bit of a hard run-in towards the end. I'm not looking forward to our run-in at all. I think of our last 7 or 8 games, I think we really lost to 6 of them or something stupid like that this season. So, right, quick fire. Last few games before we move on. Nottingham Forest, Fulham 0-0. VAR again rules out Danny Doy's goal. Like, really, really tight decision. So, again, good for Tottenham. You're happy to see that. Sunderland, Brighton, Minter's goal. At least he admitted it was a fluke. It was a cross.
There's no way he could have claimed that, bro. He was falling down when he was taking the shot. I don't even know how it actually even went in. Didn't even know how it went in. I'll be honest with you.
But it's a good win for Brighton because, listen, they haven't had a great season this season. But another team getting a win just before they play Liverpool. I bet you any money we don't win that game next weekend. Burnley, Bournemouth. Wow. 1 win in 21 for Burnley. Oof. The sequence continues. And then Bournemouth logged 22 shots without scoring. I think since they beat Liverpool. Surprise, surprise. Right, what a season we're having. Always comes back to our nonsense. So yeah. Brentford was tonight. Just watched that Brentford game, and there's a hot take from the studio from Bevan.
Yeah, My hot take is that Igor Thiago is going to get the golden boot. He's going to overtake Holland.
Wow.
Oh, that's my. Is it hot take or
bold? It's a hot take.
Bold prediction. Is it that bold?
It's both. Well, to overtake Holland, it is.
Yeah.
He's been called out for Brazil for the first time, so congratulations to him.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit. He signed as Tony's replacement, does his ACL after a really good season in Germany, misses pretty much the whole season. He comes back for 4 games, injures his knee a game, then ends the end of last season, I think 3 or 4 games. So doesn't score a goal at all last season. So for it to be his first full season consistently to get 19 league goals with games to spare, that's a credit. And then he could be going to the World Cup at the back of it. It's the stuff dreams are made of. So hopefully he does. He's looked good, and he looks like a good striker.
Yeah,
he's unconventional, but he knows where the back of the net is.
Facts. And he's got all of the different finishing in his locker. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah, he does. That game itself, I thought was dead and buried. Brentford 2-0 up. Game should have been done, but credit to Wolves. They showed fight. They scored 2 goals. Could have scored a third through Arokodare. Hits the crossbar of a header. Yeah. And then last minute, Reece Nelson has a gilt-edged chance. Great cross. All let's do is head it the way it comes from. It gets a bit too much when it goes past the post.
I swear it hits it on his shoulder, man. That's the reason why Arsenal got rid of him, bro.
I could be wrong. I thought he hit his head. I could be wrong.
Mate, horrible.
I could be wrong. But yeah, that has been the weekend roundup. So we do have a little section. Why not? Why not have it? Because it's happening this weekend, and it's the Carabao Cup.
Ooh.
Arsenal versus Man City. This Sunday, 4:30 kickoff at Wembley. Bevan, before we discuss it, let's just are you going to win? Don't do a prediction. We're gonna do a bonus prediction round. So we'll put our predictions in the prediction.
Points, yeah?
There's bonus. Okay. So it'll be double points.
Ooh.
It'll be double points. Correct score will get you 8 points, and the win will get you 2 points. So that's what we're doing for this one. But are you going to win? Yes or no?
Yes.
Cool. So the rest of you guys, what do you think? Is this a game where if Man City lose to Real Madrid, do you think he puts more pressure on them in the final, or do you think it kind of like, okay, cool, we've done that. Now let's get our heads on. We've got to rectify this.
I don't think there's any perfect kind of scenario for Man City at this point, James, to be honest, because they got Real Madrid and then they got Arsenal, who are both in good form. So he's not necessarily got a treasure chest of kind of players to kind of pick from, because he wanted his squad very slim this season, and he's obviously missing some, arguably key players. But he also is a little bit almost like he doesn't want to play players that he's got available that have got quality that could potentially change the game for him. So I can't predict what Pep is even doing or thinking at this point. Like, seriously, bruv, his press conferences are confusing. His squad selection is confusing. Watching Man City at the minute is confusing. Like, yeah. Arsenal are going to win on the weekend. That's all I know.
Leon Darrell?
Well, I can't see City winning both of those games. If I'm honest with you, I don't see them getting anything from Madrid. And I think that result against Everton for Arsenal is going to be key, because it's kind of put a bit of a distance between them and City for the league. So I feel like they can go into that game and play with confidence against City, and I feel like Arsenal.
That's what I was thinking.
I feel like Arsenal will come through with a win and get their first trophy this season.
I don't think the Real Madrid match changes anything, because the first leg was so bad from City. I think that it's almost like this is a bonus just to see what they can do. But I can see. I don't want to give away my prediction, but I do think Arsenal will win simply because of the way that they've dealt with pressure situations this season. I can't see City being able to overcome that, and I think for once, Arsenal will have their number in when it really matters.
For me, I think there's only one way Man City win it, and that'll be dependent. I think they might win it, but if I see a lineup of Rodri and Bernardo Silva as the pivot, then no. If he goes into that game, as he should, with Rodri and Nico in there, and then put whoever you want. Not Nico the left back, Nico Gonzalez, because they've got two Nicos now, isn't it? And then put whoever you want as a number 10 that is not called Semenyo. Then I can see them winning it. Obviously, Arsenal, Timber's injured, right? From what I've seen.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got
another 10.
Very able backup. I mean, they didn't even play White the other day. They brought on Mosquera instead of White. So, but I don't know. I just got a sneaky feeling that Pep is just going to get it. It's going to do something. He's going to do something right, and they're going to win it. So, I'm looking forward to the game, to be honest with you, because it should be a really good game. Hopefully, it just doesn't turn into like one-way football, because it can if City don't turn up. But I think they might. I think they might. So we move on to my favorite part of the show, and it is the player of the week. So as Daryl's back, Daryl goes first. Who has been your player of the week, Daryl?
Be honest.
Seeing now I'm coming back, I'm gonna use my return to the pod card. I'm gonna have 2 joint players of the week this week.
Wow.
What?
I've done it before, kind of.
Yep.
I respect
And I'm going to go with young Max and Bruno, both for record-breaking achievements over this game weekend. Max Dowman being the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League and youngest goal scorer for Arsenal, and changing that game with his appearance from the subs bench. And then Bruno Fernandes for the outstanding feats of 16 assists for United this season, breaking United's records. Looks like he could be on course to maybe match the Premier League one, possibly even more, depending on how many more corners and how many more Casemiro headers he gets. And I think he's been one of the best players in the Premier League this season. So I'm going to go with those 2 for joint player of the week.
My player of the week is Bruno Fernandes.
My player of the week is Bruno.
Smart there.
My player of the week is... No, I can't do it.
No, James, just do it, bro.
I think I'm going to go for Mads Hermansen. The amount of one-on-ones he had against Haaland.
No, you're disrespectful, James.
Very rarely escaped that. And listen, 24 shots, and they kept it to 1 goal. Listen, this guy was bought as the number 1 beginning of the season, and he was trashed for the first couple of games, and he got jettisoned, and been brought back in, and he's doing well for himself. So well done, Mads. Mads Hermansen, player of the week.
Did play good there, actually.
You know what? I was going to give player of the week to Max Dowman, but I'm not a hater. So I am going to give it to Bruno Fernandes. We'll just move on.
Yeah, let's move on. I might edit that with some few voiceovers and give them all. Okay, we move on to the moment of the week. So go, Daryl.
Moment of the week, Max Dowman. Seeing though you lot all want to go Bruno, Max Dowman, quality goal. Taking it from his own half, beating really? 2 players. What?
Beating
2 players.
He's 16.
Through on goal, composed, slotted it. Even to the point where I don't really think he realised how big a moment that was until the rest of the team, the subs run over and everyone goes mad, and then I think the whole elation of everything finally kicked in for him, and yeah, it's a big moment. So yeah, for me, that's moment of the weekend. Youngest Premier League goal scorer. There you go.
My moment is relegation. Richarlison activated, scoring a late goal equaliser against Liverpool. Liverpool conceded a lot of last-minute goals this season. I know James is furious and was furious at that scoreline. And of all people to score, it was Richie. So that's my moment of the weekend.
My moment of the weekend has to be the VAR farce in the Selhurst Park game. It was ridiculous. The yellow cards that were forgotten, the fouls that weren't given. Yeah, it was just one thing after another for me.
Max Dowman, give him his credit. It's not easy to come in as a 16-year-old off the bench. Your team needs a win, and he kind of got an assist. And well, it's a hockey assist, really. He got a hockey assist, and he scores the clincher. So credit to him.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't give him player of the week, but I'm giving the moment of the week. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm giving the moment of the week to Max Dowman to be the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League. It's how long that record has stood for. Lets you know how difficult it is to beat it. And yeah, we can nitpick about the goal, but you got to have the wherewithal to nod it round one player, cause another player to drop, and then tap it into an empty net. And you could see how much it meant in the celebrations at the end. I think those are scenes, and he's never going to forget that. So I'm going to give it to Max Dowman.
It's going to be hard to beat. He's what, 60 and 73 days?
Yes.
So to get much younger to be playing, it's going to be tough to beat. But we'll see. Okay. We move on to predictions. Predictions. So we'll start with you, Daryl. So this Friday, which is, I'm surprised, we've got a Friday game. Bournemouth versus Man United. Already said Bournemouth haven't hit the target, 22 shots. So it's going to be interesting if they can actually win this game, if they can't hit the target.
You're going to go with who wants United?
So Lamont was next, I believe.
No, it's me.
No, Leon. Sorry, Leon.
Leon, yeah.
2-2.
Ooh.
3-1 United.
That's the back, yeah?
Okay. Is it me?
Yeah, go on then. It was going to be me, but
go on, James. Go on. I'm not trying
you know, I really don't want to give Man United. I want to say draw. I really want to say 1-1. So you know what? Whatever. Let me just go 1-1. I don't believe it, but I'm trying to catch Daryl.
I'm gonna say 3-0 United.
Jeez,
that's bold.
It is.
This guy's he's won the league. He's confident, bro. We don't care about anything else. We don't care. All right. So next game up.
Early kickoff, isn't it, on Saturday for you guys?
Yeah, we've got us, Brighton, West Liverpool. What say you, Daryl?
we go for 1-1. Sorry, James.
Wait for Leon.
Okay.
Yeah, I wait for Leon.
No, I thought James was upset with my prediction.
No. Listen, I've already said that we can actually lose every game. So you've predicted us to get a point. It could be his last game.
We'll get the win. 2-1.
To who? Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yes,
Liverpool get the
I'm
win,
going
bro.
2-1. I'm going 2-1 Brighton.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm also going 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, that's a third for me. I'm going 2-1 Liverpool as well.
It's gonna be some other scoreline.
Yeah, you know that, innit?
As long as it ends in a Liverpool win, it can be whatever it is, man. All right, so next game, Spurs versus Nottingham Forest. Spurs still looking for their first league win of 2026, and this is a real 6-pointer.
This is a hard one for me, boy. To be honest with you,
Heart and head scenario.
We need to win badly. This is it. This is
It
key.
might be one of the most important games we've ever had in the Premier League, bruv. Real talk.
I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
Like Lamont just said. Like Lamont said, heart and head. And I have to go with the heart because I can't afford. Like I need.
Are you there?
I need whatever.
Are you there?
I'm there.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, bruv.
Hey, let's do this.
I need to go with what we need, and I'm gonna go like my head says 1-1, but my heart says 2-1, and I'm gonna have to go with my heart because we need to win. So it's 2-1. 2-1 Spurs.
I second that. 2-1 Spurs.
Question is though, Leon, do you believe it like I do?
Bruv, it's hope, bruv. Hope. The hope, bruv.
It's the hope that kills you.
The hope that
kills you.
It's the hope that kills you, bro.
Bruv, it's mad.
I'm gonna go 2-2. Desmond, sorry guys.
You're loving this Desmond, bro.
Do you know what it is though? I'm not gonna lie here. I slightly feel like Forest are gonna win. I'm just gonna say 2-2 because I want to be able to sleep at night, bro. So
For real. Because if
I'm gonna
we
go.
do not win that game,
That's clear what you said.
bruv, the house is gonna be
jeez, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too sure what you're clipping, so
and she's there as well. So when she comes home.
So, right. I'm just going. I don't want Tottenham to get relegated, and I don't want Forest to get relegated because they've beaten us twice in the last 2 seasons. So I don't like Forest. So Spurs 2-1.
Yeah, I was gonna go 2-2, but Lamont's really taking it. So someone's got to be the antagonist in this podcast, aren't they? So I'm going 2-1 Forest.
That's
wow,
fine
the
with me.
villain arc is full flight.
The Arsenal guy goes 2-1. The Arsenal guy wants to see Tottenham relegated. Surprise, surprise.
I never
thought I'd seen a day where Bevan weren't the nice guy.
Anymore. It's a circle.
I'll be honest. If I was in his shoes, I'd pick Nottingham Forest to win too. But I'm not because he's an Arsenal fan. This is a neutral because boy, yeah, man.
Truthfully, yeah, they're in way better form than you are right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they are. They're in better form.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, the bonus round of the Carabao Cup: Arsenal versus Man City.
So I'm first, yeah.
Yep.
So I've got a question. Are we doing match result or are we doing full time?
Both, like what we're doing with the normal.
If it goes to penalties, you get nothing.
Okay, fair.
All right, cool.
So
we can do injury time. It's extra time.
So if it's 1-1, and if it's 1-1, then you don't get that scoreline, no?
You get the scoreline. You have to.
Yeah, you get the scoreline, but I don't think anyone's going to predict 1-1. Okay, if you're predicting 1-1, okay, if you're predicting 1-1, then you have to choose a winner.
Yeah, I'll choose a winner.
Yeah, but so if you say it's going to be 1-1, then you only get the points if you choose who wins that game.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens then with extra time then?
Correct score. If you get the correct score, you get the correct score, innit?
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
If you get the correct score,
Yeah, don't overcomplicate.
Wait.
It's the correct score at the end of 120 minutes or 90 minutes, depending on
at the end of the final whistle.
Yeah.
So whether the score is at the final whistle, and then penalties is whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only way we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you predicted 1-1 and it's 1-1 before penalties, then it's 1-1.
Okay, I'm going with 1-1 at full time, 2-1 after extra time.
Huh?
Arsenal 2.
Bro, it doesn't matter. It's 2-1. You're predicting 2-1.
2-1.
You're not going to do that.
2-1 Arsenal in 120 minutes.
I'm going 1-1 Arsenal to win on penalties.
Okay.
I'm going 2-2 City to win.
On pens.
On pens, yeah.
Didn't you just say Arsenal were going to win the cup? Did you just change your mind?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I
He
did.
changed his mind.
I did, bro.
Cool.
I'm going.
That would change his mind, man. That would. Lamont, after all.
I'm going 3-2 Man City.
I'm
Wow.
going 2-1
Is
Arsenal.
that
2-1 Arsenal. All right, that's it.
is that James and Bevan? Is that 90 minutes or 120?
It don't matter,
It
bro.
doesn't matter.
you picked 2-1, it doesn't matter.
My final score 3-2.
I just want to see how good we are at this game, innit? Let's,
My final, I think it's going to end 3-2.
that doesn't answer the question.
It does. When that final whistle goes, it's going to be 3-2.
That's the point.
Which final whistle?
So you're cutting
There's
out.
only
You're
one
cutting out.
final whistle. There's only one final whistle, bruv.
Right. So our predictions are in, and we also got the bonus round of the Carabao Cup. So, guys, let us know your thoughts. Let us know if our predictions are good, predictions are bad. Let us know your own predictions. Let us also know your player of the week, your moment of the week, and let us know what you thought of the show, because we do love the comments. So don't forget to comment. This has been Armchair Pundits Weekend Review Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and to hit that notification button. Peace out. Have a good week.